We are live. What is up, everybody? Happy afternoon. We were gonna go green, I thought, for a moment. We're not at this very second, but it looked like it. It looked like we were gonna go green. Market has rallied today again. Um, rallied from the overnight lows. So we'll talk about that. We will talk about where the money is rotating to, i.e., energy and banks. If you have a question on a ticker, holler at us. Let us know in the chat what you want us to look at. We will do our best to get to all the questions on today's show. And this is it. It's at the close. Let's do it. All right. It is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Joel, how is your day? You figure I'll give you one day to get your feet, your bearings.
Yeah.
You're out for a week, so I'll give you yesterday as sort of like a get your feet back wet again day. But you should be in the swing of things now. So how you doing?
Yeah, man, you guys certainly didn't give me much time to adjust here. But I'm getting my radar back here on the market, and with the help of Triple D, I mean, a little bit of a dip this morning did provide some buying opportunities. We sold off, and we were selling off pretty hard. Let's get rid of that love chart. Let's go to the S&Ps, and
Yes,
you
please.
knew we were going. Well, you didn't know, but we were going down, and you're thinking, can we? Man, yesterday's low is so far away. That was 42.7650, or excuse me, 42.1275, and boom, we got to 42.7650. Absolutely nothing there, but turned it around and made a shot at the close. That close of 0375 looming large here with that pre-market high at 0675. We got to 0275, and now we just got a little 50-point sell-off here. So still looking at an inside day. People sitting on the Fed. We'll talk about what stocks are moving here. But crude's helping out. The energy stocks are helping out. Crude up $1.91, 85.22. Not quite a new high for the move, but approaching that. Gosh, how high did crude get last week when I was out? Let me look at this. We got to 87.10. So there's a target for you. Gold, it's having a good day too. That's up 840. I guess the new inflation hedge maybe at 1848.40. We wanted to see a base built here at 1840. That had been resistance for so long, right? We bumped up against it here, pulled back. And now it looks like maybe get a leg, get that base, get up to 1900. Silver, that's in the green only by 7 cents at 23.87. Bitcoin, those futures are red by 585 at 36,665. Ethereum, it's going the same way. Kind of a quiet day for Ethereum futures. They're down 26 bucks. It's a little over 1% at 24.35.
I just want to go back to the oil thing for a second, and I know there was a headline out of the White House that that we're not interested in pursuing sanctions on Russia as it pertains to what's happening between them and the Ukraine, or we're not interested in oil and energy sanctions. So that's why oil is higher. And actually, if you want to have some fun and look at what the top performing ETFs are over the last month, they're basically exclusively energy, with a couple of exceptions. The short SPAC ETF is up there, but of the top, what is this? The top 30 ETFs of the last month. How many are energy? Let's count. I'm just looking on my screen here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. More than, I would say, more than 3/4 of the best performing ETFs of the last month are energy related. It is pretty wild. That's where people are hiding again today, because your XLE is up 3 2/3%. It is your top performing sector of the day. And that's
Who gave that Divine Energy upgrade? I mean, I'm a little bit flabbergasted by this one. Someone someone asked me about it this morning, and I'm like, well, it's gonna, maybe get back a
Well,
half
well,
of the move.
Kramer bought it
Oh,
yesterday, so
he bought it yesterday, huh? The old Kramer pump. Well, then now you got to pump the brakes on that one. Approaching the all-time high though. Big day, and oil helping out too with Devon Energy DVN.
yeah, and there was a price target raise this morning, but the Kramer thing from yesterday is
Yeah, that's it. You
probably
got you.
the trick. So there's that. Where else are people hiding today? They're hiding in the financials. American Express AXP is not a stock we look at very often, but it is having its best day in quite some time. Quite some
Let's
time.
look at AXP
Yeah.
here. You got to pay your bill on time. There you go. So you ding, 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 ding.
They had
Uh,
earnings that we did not get to cover this morning, but the
We
earnings
did
were good.
not cover. Well, does this have a date with 175? Look at all those pesky highs there. It's probably a little over 175. Let me go to my trusty data window, and you got a cluster of highs from 75.36 to 76.82. My air math that would call that 170. I mean, this is an area that sure looks like you got some momentum going towards. So use that as resistance. We're gonna buy this in a pullback. I don't know. Spoos are moving all all over. No, Devon Energy spinner is correcting me as usual. I didn't think the all time high is 51.99. What is the all time? This is gonna be an all time closing high for it. By a wide margin. All time closing high 50.39. Spoos were just at 46. They're at 56 now, folks. Wow. We got some action, Jackson. I don't know. I don't know if we can get green on the session, but man, Spoos are not giving in.
If we did go green again, well, I mean, no, we're not. The Nasdaq is
I
down
don't
two.
want us to go green. I
Yeah.
don't. I want us just to hang here, meander. We got some big earnings after the close, right?
Microsoft is kind of the only
What's going on with Mister Softy here? I would, man. When's the last time they missed?
let's go on to the Pro and check it out here. Go to
I don't think they ever miss.
Microsoft. Go to the earnings calendar. Change my time horizon. We'll go all. We'll go all. Go back.
Inside day for Microsoft.
Let's go. Let's pull it up in the calendar and see how often Microsoft's EPS and revenue comes in above the estimate. Oh, look, it's basically always. I know that from the green, right? That's on the screen there. You can just let's just do it. I'll make it easier for you all to see. Move that. Move that. Move that. There we go. Move that. Look at that. Green means they beat. Red means they missed. Look at all the times they beat on the top and the bottom line. Top line being revenue, bottom line being earnings
Don't
per
you?
share.
Yeah. Look at that. Do that. I love this exercise. Do that. Put Apple in there.
Yeah, same story. Same story. Oh wait, didn't Apple yeah, they had a big miss. I thought I remember that. Yeah, last quarter. Last quarter, I thought yeah, they came in below.
Uh,
For the first time in like 3 years. Um
and what about do Facebook too? I mean, you wonder
Facebook,
why people
Facebook
buy these
might be
stuff.
a little they may be a little more. No, not
A little
really.
bumpy.
Not really. Still look at that. They just
Huh.
always crush it.
Oh boy. I want to be short Microsoft going into this report. And you know what? I would normally say like, there's a lot of overhead supply here in Microsoft, and like, if you get a pop, they're gonna fade it. I don't know about this one because there's a lot of room here. Like if they blow it away again, was that all time high 350 right on the kisser? No. 349.67. Let's just do the math here. I'll give you guys a wild upside target for Mr. Softy here. And this is by
Okay.
no
Give
means,
it to us.
no stretch of the imagination do I think that it's going to hit this. But I will take a look, and I could have just done it. It's not that far away. 313 is halfway back of this move here. And you have these highs right here. 313.91. I don't know. That'd be up $20. Spoos back into 43.70 handle, trying to just catch a bid here going into the close. I don't know what kind of imbalances we had, but I mean, why would you want to be short that stock into this report after a 70 points off? Who knows? They might miss. They might say something bad. I don't think they'll split the stock. Do you? They're not really.
Microsoft?
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. three hundred
Here,
dollars stock.
wait. Hey, just for fun. There's a website you can go to. It's free. It's called stocksplithistory.com. You can search in Microsoft. They have done 9 splits, the last of which was in 2003. So it's been a
Ooh.
minute. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
They split their stock in 87, in 90, 91, 92, 94, 96, 98, 99.
You
Oh boy.
do.
That's a lot
Okay.
of splits.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Anyway,
What else we got? Well,
um,
people are asking me about these earnings, right?
yeah,
I, I
yeah.
I don't know. And we go through this exercise all the time. Even if you have the earnings report in your hand, you don't know what the guidance is. You don't know what they're going to say. What if they, you know, do some kind of, Microsoft is probably not going to do an acquisition for a while, since they did the Activision. But I just try and look at these things technically. If you want a good exercise, note the closing price of a stock the day before earnings. And then whatever the report, whatever they throw out there, see how the street, treats it that day. Case in point here, JP Morgan. It's one issue I did buy today on the dip. I mean, that thing gapped down the next day. They just they tarred and feathered it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Yesterday, I think was a down day too, only by a dime. But today, it's the first day breaking a long streak. So, like the JP Morgan here, I mean, getting back to 155, that wouldn't be too hard, right? Taking back half of that move.
Um, yeah, sorry. I was looking at a stock that I believe. Oh no, it's not halted. Never mind. I don't know what I was
What
saying. No, forget it. I thought this stock was halted. It's not. So forget
we
that.
did AXP. Did we already? I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's look at
okay.
J and J. We didn't do J and J this morning. They had earnings. Wow, whoa. I mean, the whole market is not the whole market, but a lot of the market is up from the morning here. So J and J really just moving with the rest of the market here today. Nothing crazy. But
Oh, that's a big move.
for
I
J and J,
mean,
yeah, it is a big move.
boom, 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 boom. Let's see here. Getting back. I'm just gonna say, the ride's been fun here. What did we get up today? We get out to 68.41. That might be something to contend with for a little while. You had a 66.99 high. That was on Friday, and then you had this high here at 68.72. You're still at 67.39. You've already taken back more than half of that move. I mean, after what Devon Energy did, I didn't know about the Kramer and then the upgrade, but you would think it could pause here 168, 168 and a half, but who knows in this market?
Bill wanted me to point out he wanted me to finish the thought on the Microsoft stock split thing. So, Bill, I will do that. If you had 1,000 shares of Microsoft after all the splits, you now have. Wait, is that right? 144,000. Is it? I guess math. I guess that's how it works. Wow. Okay. Anyway, let's move on here. What else was on my list to talk about? And then we'll do some ticker time. I wanted to get to. I didn't even write it down. All right, if I remember, I'll bring it back up, but I don't remember what it was. So we're gonna move on to ticker time, and if the name comes back into my head, then I will interrupt the flow. But let's do some ticker time. Oh, it actually was from the chat. It was Vale. I forget who asked about it. But it was Juan. Juan asked about Vale. This is what Juan said. Juan said, I've got call options, I'm assuming, because it's from $11. Now it's at 15 to 16. He's got his sell trigger at 22. What say you?
It's a nice target. Like what? Yeah, here's a this is not the primary market, so pretty much what you see in the morning is pretty much what you get here over on the left-hand chart. I'm just going to go a little bit shorter term. Yeah, that 22, man, that was a monthly high, and that was a while ago. First things first. I mean, you had a nice run up from 1350. It's called 1650. You gave a little bit, half of it back, and now you're working your way back up. So I like it. The monthlies are not telling me that there's any resistance here, but filling this gap and working its way back up. So don't know about going to 22, but I could say that you're going to be in a heck of a lot better shape if it could clear the pair of highs. This would be the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 day highs. So shorter term resistance here at 1635.
Okay, Toddy or Toady, I think it must be Toddy.
You call me Toady.
Wants to look at U.S. Steel, which
He loves that
has
stock, or
gotten
she loves that stock,
totally bludgeoned in the last week or
or
so.
it loves that stock. Who knows what Toady is? Could
I
be a
don't know.
dog. Toto. Who is Toto?
From Wizard of Oz.
There you go. Good
See?
one,
I've
Spencer.
seen all the old movies. I've seen like Major League. I've
Oh,
seen
that's,
the oldest movies. I've seen. Anyway, let's get off.
what's your favorite
My favorite movie or old movie?
old movie?
That's a really good question, Joel. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that.
Have you seen The Sting?
A very long time ago. I don't remember it.
Oh, really? Robert Redford, Paul Newman?
Yeah,
That's a great
I
one.
saw it when
That's
I
a
was.
great one.
When I was
Oh, back to U.S. Steel.
yeah.
Wow, what a butt kicking from 26 to 18, and that 18 low is looking pretty good today. 1909. I would say that if you could not today's high doesn't mean much to me, but this 1953, you get above there and then things open up. As long as you stay, if as long as you stay under 1953, then I won't say that 18 is 1830 1798 is not safe, but now you got a pair of lows in that area. 1798, they stepped it up to 1836 today, but I just like that little air pocket there between 1953 2108. Spoozer, they're trying. That's a little 20-point rally there, 43.70, heading into the final 12 minutes of the stanza.
Can you please look at LYV Live Nation? Somebody else brought this up. I don't remember who it was. I guess it could have been you, Stefan. Was it yesterday, this morning, or yesterday? I don't remember anymore. Pure reopening play.
Yeah.
Gosh. Oh, I mean, 100 is interesting from the as a stop level.
Oh, bought the
But
dip there yesterday. You know what? Come to think of it, I need to no, I don't remember Jimmy Cagney movies. That's a good one. I have Elton John tickets. It was postponed from February of 20, or we're supposed to go February 21. I wonder if he's still
but
coming to the D.
his tour started. It's his last tour ever. It's
I
his
know. We got
farewell tour.
good. That hopefully comes in the Motor City there.
Yeah.
Live Nation, looking live here. Boy, I'd love to go to a concert. But I mean, you got the great support in 100. You distance yourself from that low a little bit today. I'd say I'd feel a little bit better if this got over 110. And then things open up between 110, and then you just got a wall of resistance here. Let's call it 116, just all those highs right before it puked. So I feel a little more comfortable. We get back out, fill this little gap here and get it back above 110. Then things really, but this is the big area here. This is called 116.30, 116 and 30, 116.40.
All right, I've thought about it and I've decided I've put a lot of thought into this. My favorite old movie is The Blues Brothers.
Oh, that is a good one.
I've thought
Oh,
I've put a lot of thought into that one in the
John
last 2 minutes,
Belushi.
and that's what I've
Wow.
decided. That's my take, and I'm staying. It's a 40-year-old movie, so it qualifies as old, I would say.
Yeah.
40.
Wow. We just had a woo. Wow. They are just whipping this market around. We're looking at 43.70. Now we're at 43.50. Did we get did we get some selling
Imbalances? Oh,
balances?
shoot.
Yeah.
I
Holy
don't know.
mackerel.
I'm too busy looking up the Blues Brothers to know what's going on in the market right now. No, I don't see anything.
Good old John Belushi, rest in peace.
Yeah. Anyway, they're saying Blues Brothers ain't old. 41 years old qualifies as old to me. For a movie. Let's do this. Let's go back to we did not ignore AXP. We talked about AXP like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, why? I told you where AXP may possibly go if the rally continues. Is it continuing? No, I'm a little tired. That's a big move. I think you got to back and fill a little bit there before you test all those highs. And I think I already gave this. Is this easy Mike here? Maybe you forgot what we said. Easy Mike, you need to get this thing up to let's call it 176. It's all these highs are sticking out at me. After this kind of day, you might need to take a little breather. The best thing you can do is just kind of hold in here, put a couple lows at 168, 170, 170, 120, and then but that's a big move. Also, that's almost what was the low yesterday? I mean, I don't know what you want, easy, Mike. It's $20 off the low from yesterday.
I just noticed that the cruise line NTLH was up 3.75%, so I brought that up. But then that chart looks the same as the other two, so they're
What's
all.
going on? Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
tell you,
It's just a series of lower highs. Is all it really is. There's not.
those cruise lines are they're showing a little bit of life here. I
Ooh,
mean,
ooh.
we don't talk, with the whole Russia,
I,
the old Russia thing. Oh, we forgot about COVID. We thought, but I don't know. I mean, there could be one hell of a reopening trade coming here
maybe,
for the summer, but we'll see.
Well, hey, what about Lockheed Martin? They had earnings this morning. We didn't get to those. I'm sure the numbers were fine. The stock's up, having a great day. Lockheed Martin is sneakily flirting, getting closer to 400. The all-time high.
Oh,
The all-time
yeah.
high is 442 from literally right before COVID. When COVID hit, Lockheed Martin was at an all-time high. So 442. We're at 385 right now. How does this chart look to you, Joel?
This chart looks pretty darn good. I mean, a little talk of war, and you put war and good earnings, and you get a nice boost here. What did I want to do here? Um, this 39. I think you got room up to 395, 400. I mean, it's just that 400 has just been such a roadblock here. It was a high in May of is that May of last year? Yeah, 396.99 to 72. You're $10 away. Can it get there? Sure, but that's what I'd be using for a target, maybe 395. There must be some big selling balances there because they are not
Just flipping.
liking this market here going into the close. We just lost 30 handles down at 43.44. All the shaking and baking, folks. You know what? If you just weren't at your computer and you looked at the open from this morning at 43.36.50 and where we're at now, 43.50, you'd be like, oh, not much happened. But wow, they're really, really whipping this around. 1.2 bill, that must be unchanged.
Um,
Or that must be to the sell side, right?
yeah, it is. It is. You want to see something I just noticed? If you look
I'll
at
tell you, the banks. I'll tell you right now, the banks are ripping here. I don't know what they're selling. They're selling stuff, but I'm looking at this J.P. Morgan. This thing is 15 cents from the high of the day, 16 cents. Bank of America is too. So they're selling a lot of stuff, but they're
yeah.
not selling the banks here. That's for
Oh,
sure.
they're not selling energy. They're not selling. I mean, they're selling energy a little bit, but not a lot. You know what I just noticed though? If you look at the chart of car Avis budget, it is back to where it was
Is it?
at the
Is
very.
it really?
Well, I was just gonna say the day that it went bananas. It
Oh
started off at like
man.
170. It started off at 170. It's back to where it was. the day went
You
banana.
know, that thing, and it just I hate when they have those bars like that because it, really distorts things, but yeah,
Yeah.
back to the scene of the crime.
Yep. Yep.
Filled the gap and everything. Wow. That was a ridiculous run. You almost have to
Fun day.
take that
Uh,
off the chart.
That was
Alright.
that was a fun day. It was a fun day. We got 5 minutes left. Let's do a couple more tickers here. Yes, we can keep going with the Blues Brothers references if y'all wanted to keep doing that. It's a very,
Sorry about that,
very,
Spencer.
very quotable movie. No, I can quote that movie all day. It's got a lot of good lines. Let's do
They
uh
want Ramirez. Hey,
yeah.
Spencer, I've been keeping my eye on Coke. It seems to be doing well for me.
Uh
How far of an estimate do you think it might go? So
please please be safe.
let's go to Spencer.
Please be
Spencer, what's your technical analysis take here?
please be safe and use responsibly, whoever asked that question. As far as Coca-Cola is concerned, let's take a look at a chart. I've got his charts and I got my charts. So oh, the question was how high can it go? That was the question.
Mhm.
Well, the all-time high was what, last week or 2 weeks ago? Is 61.45. But you got a bunch of highs up there. 61 from
Yeah.
the 5th, 61 from 2 days ago, 61 from 3 days ago, 61 from 4 days ago, and 5 days ago. So that would be temporary. That'd be my next target is like get through 61 or even get through 61.50, just to give us some room there. That would be a potential ceiling, a potential resistance, with support being the two lows today and yesterday, which is 50.
Yeah,
Is
right
that
there, close right
58?
there. Ooh, now
58?
there's one. If you were using the old previous day's low trick, you almost got that. That got within 12 cents to the low. Coke had a big run. You probably hit I'll go with that. The old time closing high is 61.39. But 60.05, 61, man, just a bunch of highs. But you know what? If you have a New York Stock Exchange open book, maybe take a look and see. There might be someone, I don't know, there might be someone in this lower 60 handle just trying to peel it out, keep it down because I see it only got to 60.05 today. You want to see it's had three lower highs in a row. So you want to see that little streak broken there of the lower highs. So that's what I'd be looking at. And
You know what's always fun is to look at one industry group and to see who leads and who lags. Just for fun, I wanted to look at all the airlines and see who leads, who's leading, who's lagging. Delta Airlines is your leader among the airlines group. And I'm only going back from I'm only going back to April of last year because I start off with ULCC, which is Frontier Airlines, and they only IPO'd. Was it IPO? I think it was an IPO, or maybe it was a SPAC. Anyway, they did that April of last year, so that's just where I started this chart from. But in the last so what's that, 9 months, you've got Delta Airlines down 20%, Spirit Airlines down twice that, down 40%. So there can be a bit of a divergence in one group. In this case, it's Delta Airlines is your leader, Spirit Airlines is your laggard. I just think it's always fun to
Delta, that's when I flew down to Florida. They're so nice, man. I don't know about the stock, but let's take a look here.
I
Delta,
I
go.
will say on Spirit, I every time I tell myself this is the last time. It's never the last time.
All right. Wow.
Anyway,
I don't. Did we get something on that? Did we get anything on the banks here on the close? Because they are just ripping. You got J.P. Morgan now. The now up $1.76 and up 1.19%. I guess I don't know. I guess maybe people are looking for that rate hike tomorrow or something. That'd be good for the banks, but
I agree.
it's going to be a halfway decent. I mean, not a bad day for the market considering how low we were an inside day. A lot of volatility on the close, so it should be an interesting session. Looks like we're going to close here a little bit about 43.52, but it looks like they're tacking it on right now. It looks like that last print's going to be a good one. 40, my eyeballing it here, it's going to be a 43.52 close. So I'll be keeping a good eye on that overnight. So everyone,
All
have a
right.
good night.
That is
And
a wrap. I'm going to go have 4 fried chickens and a Coke. Everyone have a good rest of your day. Cannabis Insider going live right now, followed by Money Mitch, followed by us restreaming the Microsoft earnings report tonight. Not restreaming, we'll be streaming the Microsoft earnings report tonight. That's not till 5:30 though, so an hour and a half to go until that. Please hit that like button for me, please, and thank you. I'd appreciate that. And with that, everyone have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you tomorrow. I'm on a mission from God.